Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now for this video, I'm super excited to film because I feel like that this is where my expertise comes out. This is where my true passion comes out, where I can give you what you need if you are looking for it. So basically, I thought of this idea after realizing that I'm in no mood to actually read a book, and I'm just more in the mood of just diving into a Korean drama, a TV show that will basically melt my brain and just to absorb everything that the producers and the actors and actresses are giving me, get really absorbed inside the plot and being really emotionally attached to the characters, the storyline, and the world building. And because I love K-dramas, I figured that I need to show the world like how good K-dramas can be and for something to be easily addicted to. So by all means, I am not really an expert in all K-dramas. I feel like I'm aware of the K-dramas that are currently being premiered from like 2016 onwards. Like I'm aware of like the most popular dramas. I'm aware of the ones that are doing really well in Korea, but I'm definitely not watching every single Korean drama that is coming out. And I am not actually watching all the popular Korean dramas, but I'm aware of the plot lines. So I figured this video would be super fun for me to recommend some Korean dramas for the specific genres that you might like. So for example, if you like romantic suspense, then I would recommend one Korean drama. I'm super excited to film this video, and if you guys haven't noticed, I am wearing a Runaway t-shirt. But basically I went to an Eric Nam concert, and that was my only Korean K-pop concert this year. I was supposed to go watch BTS in May, but obviously that didn't happen because of the pandemic that we're having right now, but that's okay. It's being rescheduled, so we're gonna be okay. And plus I already saw one of my baes, which is Eric Nam, and if you guys haven't listened to his music yet, definitely do it. He is American Korean. He's fluent in English. He sang his whole album, his latest album, in English. Really super funny, very super humble. But that's enough rambling with Eric Nam. So without further ado, let's get started with this video so you know exactly which K-dramas to binge watch this weekend. So for the first genre that we're going to talk about is for a genre that I'm not an expert in. Like, you know this. When you watch my videos, you know that I'm not a big fan of fantasy. I don't read a lot of fantasy. I don't read a lot of paranormal romance. I don't read that, okay? I don't read supernatural. It's not a thing. So you tell me why my favorite dramas and my favorite genres of movies just so happens to be paranormal. I don't know why. For some reason, if you give me a 300-page book of like fantasy characters, I can't get into it. But if you give me like a 2-hour movie with angels and demons, I'll definitely get into it. And if on top of that, a 16-episode, 1 hour to 1 hour and a half long episodes, for some reason, I can get into it. So for fantasy readers out there who want to try to get into K-dramas, the number one K-drama that I would really recommend to you is actually one of my favorite K-dramas, and it just so happens to be Goblin. So Goblin is actually my favorite drama, and if you guys are a K-drama fan, if you guys pay closer attention to my walls right there, you'll actually see that I actually have a Goblin poster. Yes, I just freaking love that drama so much. It's like one of my favorites, and I'm such a big fan that I must have rewatched episodes 1 to 6 at least 6 times to 8 times each. I just keep rewatching the first couple of episodes for the season, and then I just like stop, and then I go back and restart from episode 1 all the way again, and then I lose interest again. But basically I just keep rewatching the show because it brings me so much happiness and I love it so much. So what exactly is this drama about? It's called Goblin, okay? So Goblin is a mythical creature in Korea, and I don't know if it's actually like a myth in other Asian countries, but Goblin is a character that kind of like lives forever and has magical powers. I don't really know the myth and the story behind it, but it tells the story of the one and only Goblin, which just so happens to be played by Gong Yoo, which is an actor that basically stole my heart after I watched this drama. He just was so cool looking. He was so masculine looking. He was just so good looking with his trench coats and with his broad shoulders and with his floofy hair. So he used to be a warrior that basically slayed hundreds of people in wars, and he was like the hero of Korea. But what happened was that he was betrayed and then he was killed off, and then the gods were like, no, you know what? You did a lot of sins and you committed a lot of sins. So the ultimate punishment was to put him on earth and have an eternal life until he meets his bride that will basically cure him and let him die peacefully. So he's been searching around the world for like the past like 1,000 years or so, looking for his wife and looking for that special connection. And then we have another character, which is actually called the Grim Reaper, which is played by Lee Dong-wook. And he is a Grim Reaper who lost all his memories, because if you are a Grim Reaper, the rules is that you lose all your memories of your past life and what the sins that you committed that make you become a Grim Reaper. Because in order for you to become a Grim Reaper, you have to commit a really bad sin as well. So we have two characters that committed sins. One knows the sins that they've committed. They're trying to learn their lesson and find their wife so that they can live a happy life dead in heaven. And then the other one committed a crime but doesn't remember anything, and he's kind of just like doing his job, bringing souls into hell or heaven, and then that's it. And then he's just kind of like, and under weird circumstances they just so happen to meet, and they actually become roommates, and they live in this house together where they kind of have an enemies to friendship romance going on. It's clear 100% bromance, and I freaking love the bromance between these two characters. Their dialogue with each other, their jokes with each other are just like spitfire and so witty and so funny. This drama will definitely bring you to tears from laughing and also from all the emotional trauma that it will give you. I have to say that this drama was the first drama that properly gave me a drama hangover. I was very depressed when this drama was over, that I was listening to the OST on repeat for like at least 2 weeks. I was rewatching the episodes. I was just having emotional like trauma from it because it was just such a beautiful drama. I really like the story, I really like the characters, and I obviously really like the plot. I thought it was so funny and I cried so many times, and it was just beautiful and perfect, and I highly recommend this drama to you if you like fantasy. Unfortunately for that drama, it is not available on Netflix, but you can definitely Google search like watch Goblin online for free, and you can watch it for streaming for free, or if you want you can pay for actually a subscription service to like Viki or like to another place like Korean drama subscription service where you can actually watch the episodes on the app and also on your computer if you want to do a more legitimate way of watching Korean dramas. So the next genre I'm going to talk about is actually romantic comedy mixed with like a little bit of thriller and a little bit of action. And this drama that I would recommend you to watch if you like that genre is Strong Woman Do Bong Soo. And I watched this drama like literally like a year and maybe like a half after it aired, because I have the weirdest tendency where if somebody's overhyping a drama, I tend to just like be very snobbish and be like a freaking hipster and be like, I don't want to watch it. I'm just gonna watch this like weird, obscure drama that nobody's talking about. And it's fine, but it's also like I'm missing that opportunity to like hype it up and to talk about it when it's still relevant. But anyways, regardless, Strong Woman Do Bong Soo has quickly become one of my favorite dramas. It used to be on Netflix here in Canada, but it recently got taken out according to my friend, and I think it is officially taken off. But like I said it before, you can definitely just Google search it and you'll find the drama online for you to watch for free. So this one has kind of like a magical like element towards it. Our main character is very tiny. Like she's like 5'1" and like, or like 4'9". Like she's small. Like you can tell she's small. She's small built too. She's like very thin, very frail looking. But do not be fooled, because there's a reason why this drama is called Strong Woman. So basically she has a magical power that has been passed on from generation to generations to only girls in her family, where she has super strength, and she uses that super strength to either help out people for good or just to help out around the house and do a lot of things. I know it sounds really weird, but here's another thing that you should know about Korean dramas if you are new to watching Korean dramas, is that the concepts are always out there. You're not gonna get like, you know, a regular detective. You're gonna get a detective that has like magical powers, can speak to the past, or like can do time travel or do something really outrageous and crazy. And I know it sounds weird as I'm saying it, but when you start watching it and it all unfolds in front of your eyes, it suddenly makes sense. But anyways, back to Strong Woman Do Bong Soo. Problem is that she's having difficulty of finding an actual proper job, and the only job that she kind of wants is to design video games at this really big video game company that just so happens to be owned by our main male lead, who is a rich designer and like billionaire, because that's the type of characters that you most likely will see in Korean dramas. Wealthy people, that's what we love. So she applies for a job to become a designer, but unfortunately she doesn't get it, so she actually becomes the bodyguard to the CEO slash our main male character, and he is thrilled because he has like kind of like an instant attraction to her. She's just not having it because she thinks that he's a snob, and this is a romance for the enemies to lovers people out there who really like that trope. I find that it was so so cute to see these two people come together that started hating each other, then became friends, and then became something more. And then when that actually happened, where they actually became lovers, it was just so freaking cute. I remember gushing so hard. So the next genre out there is for people who like new adult / college romances. I know like I don't really read that many because I just haven't been seeking them out, but I understand the appeal and I really do enjoy the genre. So if you guys do have recommendations for new adult / college romances, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But for the Korean drama recommendation, I would definitely recommend you to watch Weightlifting Kim Bok-ju. So Weightlifting Kim Bok-ju is definitely enemies to lovers and friends to lovers romance. So if you guys are into that kind of love story, definitely check out this drama because it's just so freaking cute. So we have our main female character, which is Kim Bok-ju, and Kim Bok-ju is a weightlifter. That's why it's called Weightlifting Fairy, or like Weightlifting Kim Bok-ju. And basically she is different from other girls because she is built bigger, she eats a lot more because she physically trains, and she is trying to try out to become an athlete for the Korean weightlifting team in the Olympics. And she's in college for sports, and she's basically learning how to lift properly and to do a lot of heavy lifting and build her muscles. When she was young, she met this like boy and she saved him by catching him after he was like falling down from a tree or something, and that actually became our main male character, who is also studying at the same college as her after years of separation, and he is trying to become a Olympic swimmer for Team Korea. And they meet, and basically he teases her all the time and makes fun of her and calls her a piggy and calls her like she's fat, she's chubby, and like all these things. And our main female character is clearly not having it. She's always threatening him and she's always like yelling back, and like they have like this like cute banter going on. It's definitely not like heavy bullying, it's more like light banter and like light teasing. And I just really like this because you can see that they became enemies to lovers, but then they also became a close friendship, and then suddenly he started growing feelings for her, so that he now needs to court her. He tries to show her that he is not a jerk and he's not the jock that everybody thinks he is, and that he has a softer side to him, and that he's not just a pretty face because he actually has a very nice personality. This drama also includes a lot of family drama that actually happens between the two characters and their families, and it was a little bit heartbreaking to see. And there's definitely a lot of moments in this drama where I actually started crying because it was just so sad, but it was also so sweet, and it was like a bittersweet moment. And I highly recommend you to watch this drama because it was just so cute.
복주야 위험해! What? What?
I had to change out of my shirt because it was getting really hot in my room. But the next drama that I want to talk about is the people who really like historical romances or who really like historical fiction. For this genre, I would definitely recommend Love in the Moonlight, which stars Park Bo-gum, like literally an angel. He is so good looking, and I think he's just the sweetest person ever, and everybody who has ever met him has always said really good things about him and saying how caring he is about his like fellow co-stars and how caring he is about the people on set. So if you guys don't know this already, basically you have a 99.9% chance of falling in love with either the female character, with either the female actress, or with the male actress, or sometimes you just fall in love with both. There's no escaping this K-drama hell once you join us. So Love in the Moonlight tells a story about a girl who sneaks her way into the kingdom, and the only way that she can remain to be in the kingdom is to actually pretend to be a male. So she disguises herself. She ends up being the closest person to the prince, and the prince who is the next heir to the throne of Korea. And this is obviously a historical drama, and this is the drama between like what happens if somebody finds out that she is actually a girl. So this whole entire time she's kind of like hiding her attraction towards the prince, and also the prince is kind of like getting really confused because the prince thinks that the boy that he's asking to complete errands for him is starting to look cute, and he's like, wait, what's happening? Like, I thought I liked girls. And obviously secrets get spilled and people start realizing things, and lots of drama actually happens in this Korean drama, so do not be fooled. But then suddenly shit actually goes down, and then like everybody's just panicking, and you're just sitting there like, wait, how do they have like a happy ending after all these secrets have been revealed? And it was amazing, and I really recommend you to watch this if you guys like historical fiction.
그 세자저 별명이 뭔지 아시오?
아이고, 참. 뭔데? 꽃세자? 똥궁전.
역시 그 모르는 사람이 없다더니. 그럼 다른 거는?
반인반수.
맞습니다. 그 세자 안에 인간과 짐승의 피가 그 반반씩 흐르고 있다. 아, 그리고 또 그 짖을 때 안 짖을 때 사리 분별을 못하는 미친.
야, 이 자식아! 이거나 먹어.
And for the next recommendation, it's for people who really like fantasy and like time travel and magical elements to it in your stories. This drama is called While You're Sleeping, and this drama was so well written. I was so impressed by it because I thought it was just gonna be like another, you know, like shrugs off K-drama, but this one was very good. So basically this drama follows two people. So one is a lawyer, and then the other girl has like dreams that like terrible and horrible things are going to happen, and then it just so happens that the lawyer slash prosecutor is having dreams as well, and that their dreams tell like different parts of a crime being committed, so they both work together to solve the crime and to prevent the crime from happening. And also there's like another character that comes in as well, and then it's like kind of like a love triangle, and this was just so good. If you guys really like shows with like a lot of like different crimes being committed in each and every single episode, and it's not just like one giant crime where there is like people are just trying to figure out like who's the killer, and if you just want like little crimes in each episode, then I definitely recommend you While You're Sleeping. It was just so well written. It was so funny. A lot of the moments, like I bursted out laughing, and I did not expect it. And it was romantic as well, and it starred like two really good actors and actresses. So the girl is Susie. She's actually from a very popular K-pop group that's since disbanded called Miss A, and then she turned from like singer to an actress. And then we have another well-known Korean actor called Lee Jong-suk, and he starred in a lot of Korean romantic comedy dramas already, and lots of people are fans of him because he's good looking and he can act. So like, what is there not to like? So I think the last drama that I want to talk about is obviously my favorite, which is the Billionaire romances. If you guys are just new to the Korean like movie industry and the drama industry, then you should know for the fact that the main character tends to be always rich. And if you guys are into like rich characters, then definitely check out Korean dramas and Korean movies. So for my recommendation, I'm gonna go for the first Korean drama that I ever watched, the one drama that ended up being my piece that dragged me really deeply into hell, where I fell in love with K-pop, where I fell in love with the Korean culture, where I fell in love with the Korean movies, and that has to be Noble My Love. And Noble My Love is a very small drama that is very like, you know, like the budget for this drama is very low, because if you watch like other dramas with like a higher budget, you can see the differences between the quality of the shoots and also like the actors. But Noble My Love does have some good actors in there, so I'm not gonna like, you know, critique their acting. I think it was still good, and the characters were very good looking. So this drama follows the character of a girl who is a veterinarian, and she is trying to run a business, but like lots of people are not coming to her business to like get help with her with their dogs and with their pets, and she's just kind of like living a very humble lifestyle where her friends are succeeding and her friends are doing way better than her. And then we have our billionaire who just so happens to be like attacked, and he is bleeding. He somehow stumbles into her veterinarian shop, and she's freaking out, but you know, because she's trained with animals, she can take care of him. And then that's like kind of like how the whole romance starts, where he's just trying to repay her for saving his life, and then like she's just kind of like put off by it because he's like, why are you waving your wealth at me? And I don't know, it was just a great trashy billionaire romance drama that I really enjoyed, that me and my friend really enjoyed. Anyways, that is it for all the Korean drama recommendations that I have for you today for all the genres that I listed. And if you guys want to know more about K-drama recommendations, let me know down in the comments and I'll definitely try to make a part 2. I'm missing a ton of my favorites that I have completed and I have watched that I really would recommend, but because this video is already a little bit too long, I decided to wrap it up short and keep it simple for everybody. And let me know if you guys like this video, and until next time, I'll see you guys again. Bye.